All right, what's up, my brother? So in this video, the title of this post is "She hooked up with a friends with benefits on the same days that we went on dates." And he's asking, is this okay? What is the protocol for it? Apparently, some people don't understand the concept of genuine burning desire. Let's dive into this. He says, "What is the protocol for this? I don't understand. Is it okay? I've been dating this amazing, in brackets, girl for about 2 months, and we finally had the exclusivity talk. We also have not had sex yet, since she wanted to wait because she really likes me," in quotations is what she said apparently, and was scared of getting hurt. Totally reasonable, this guy seems to think. While having this discussion, I found out that during the first couple of months of us dating, she had been sleeping with an FWB, that's a friends with benefits. I was surprised that she would make me wait this whole time while still having sex with another guy. However, that's something I can get past because we weren't exclusive yet. Okay, dork. But upon hearing it, I was still taken aback, LOL, and had an unexpected question escape my mouth. He said, when? We had been spending so much time together, and I hadn't even been thinking about other girls, he puts in brackets, that I wondered when she even had time to be hooking up with a friends with benefits. She replied, most nights, and then she nervously told him, never ask the question you don't want the answer to, he said, LOL after that. One of these dorks that puts LOL after every single statement, right? Then he asked her, even nights that you were with me, he said almost reflexively. Yes, she said, and then provided apparently a couple of examples. One night we had this really fun carnival date, and I was dropping her off at her apartment. When the date was over, he came over a little later and spent the night with her. Another morning, I picked her up early so we could drive to a music festival. Her friends with benefits had already spent the night and left her apartment shortly before I arrived. You get the idea. Most nights were probably like this. So he goes on to say, she had no problem being honest, transparent. One of the many qualities I really admire about this girl, aside from her getting her guts rearranged by some other guy while he's paying for everything and taking her out on special dates. And she had no desire to see the friends with benefits once we were exclusive, is what she told him, which she seems really excited about. She's absolutely crazy over me, he says. He states, can't stop thinking about me 24/7, again, in quotations, he states. She told a mutual friend. But the timing of her hookups, i.e. the distance between them and seeing me, is not sitting right with me. Gee, do you wonder why? I'll answer that in a second, get more deeper down the rabbit hole. And now I'm not so sure I want to enter a relationship with her. I told her I felt surprisingly stung by this, as you should, my friend, and I needed a couple of days to think about things. She has reassured me that I am all that she's been thinking about this whole time, and there were zero feelings for the friends with benefit. I can tell I've made her feel super anxious now, which I feel bad about, but she's doing her best not to appear upset. Is this something you could get past? Should I commit to her? Have I been wronged in any way? Has some sort of dating decorum been violated here? Should I end things, he asks. Maybe I'm just being butthurt about the friends with benefits and focused on the timing when it doesn't really matter. It does matter. I'd also love to hear from women specifically. Have you done this? Does it matter? Could you still really like a guy and hook up with a friends with benefits? On the same day you hung out with them, is there like an appropriate time in terms of hours between when it's okay to see one dude than another? I am just confused. Yeah, dude, you're confused. I am just confused. I love how guys love complicating their life and then justifying why they do it. It never ends. It never, ever, ever ends. Guys will tell themselves all these bullshit stories. Oh, well, maybe I should look past it because of this, that, or the other thing. Is this okay? Is this protocol? I don't know. Dude, you're taking her out. You're spending her money. You're giving her experiences, taking her to carnivals and festivals and dinners and the art shows and whatever it is that you're doing. And then she's getting her guts rearranged by another dude, either after you drop her off or before you take her out. Literally, this guy is the alpha seed part of the equation, and you're beta bucks. You're the dork that takes her out, shows her a good time. I mean, you might as well drop her off at her boyfriend's house at this point. Like, this is essentially cuckoldry. I know of people out there that are what are called bulls. And these guys will get hit on dating apps by women in committed relationships, either marriage or they have boyfriends, and they'll reach out to this guy and be like, hey, we're looking for a guy to essentially be a third or to cuckold me in front of my boyfriend slash husband. And he'll sit in the hotel corner chair. That's why they have those chairs there, by the way, while she gets her guts rearranged by Chad or Tyrone. This is not as uncommon as you think. Now guys, the reason why I wrote a chapter in my book about genuine burning desire and why it matters is because it is significant. If she has genuine burning desire for you, you can become the friends with benefits, or you can also become that sexual intimacy partner and also the other part of the equation, the guy that she wants to spend time with when she's not, you know, rolling around in the hay. But you cannot be the beta bucks part of the equation and get genuine burning desire. If you're the guy that's the shoulder to cry on, taking her out, showing her a good time, all this sort of stuff, like, I'm surprised that she was this honest with him. It's almost shocking. But again, women have been told today, as a function of toxic feminism, to behave any way that they want. In fact, mimic the behaviors of men. Be as promiscuous as you want. There's no consequences, but there are. There's a reason why this guy's gut, in his heart of hearts, he is suffering and feeling the pain that he is feeling, because he inherently knows that it is wrong to choose a woman, to commit to a woman, and to give her all of your investment in time, effort, energy, resources, attention, and all of these things, if she's giving it away freely to some guy that's showing up after you drop her off and feed her so he can take care of the intimacy part. I had a guy that called in on my Unplugged Alpha show the other day, and he was telling me the story where this gal, she wanted to rush home and he was confused, and she ended up leaving her jacket in the back of his car. So being the nice guy that he is, the kind man, he decided to turn around and drive back over to her place and drop off her jacket because she forgot it. Only by the time he got there, there was another dude at her place getting ready to rearrange her guts inside out. So guys, look, if you want to be a cuckold, that's fine. Just understand that that is the behavior that you're subscribing to, that you're resigning to. That is the kind of man that she is going to see you as in that relationship, as somebody that she can use, abuse, take financial advantage of, while she goes out and does everything sexual with the guy that she wants to have fun with. There's a lot of different versions of guys out there for women, but there's a lot of very distinct clarities that I've seen now. Alpha seed, beta need. Those two things, ideally, they can coexist together, but a lot of the times women can't find a guy that she's strongly aroused by and a guy that can also take care of her financially and protect for her. One of the worst things you can do as a guy is wife up a gal like this, who, while you're dating her, or in the early stages of dating, whatever excuse this dork wants to make, because it was the early stages and we hadn't committed to each other, you know, is this okay? Yeah, if you're a loser. You know, if you want to subscribe yourself to the type of relationship where you're basically an ATM, this is the kind of guy a lot of women will actually marry. You know, they've spent their 20s partying, they've had all their fun, they've had a bunch of friends with benefits, they've been run through by a bunch of guys, and they're like, well, I think it's time to have kids now, and Billy over here seems really responsible, really likes me and cares for me, has a good job, is financially sound, takes me out on dates. The other guys didn't take me out on dates, they just wanted to come over and smash. He'll take me out on dates and show me a good time and buy me dinner. And then what ends up happening is they settle down and they get married to these guys, and then they get bored of them very, very quickly. And then they want to go and untie the knot, which is destructive as hell to a guy that's financially sound. You know, you're an engineer, you're a Google guy or an Amazon guy, one of the FAANG companies, you're an engineer making $700,000 a year. I've talked to these guys in my private consults when they have to untie the knot. And gentlemen, you do not want to be her second, third, fourth choice. You want to be her first choice. If you're not her first choice, then skip it, is my advice. You guys let me know what you think. What side of the equation have you been on? Alpha seed or beta need or both? A lot of us have probably done both at some point in our life. Leave a comment below, pin in the top comment. There's a bunch of useful links. Make sure you check them out. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this,